The aim. You want to expand your city, but you're running out of space and you have no more areas to unlock. The problem. To unlock more areas to expand into, you need to hit higher and higher population targets. The bigger problem, you're running out of space and you have no areas to unlock, and to unlock them you need more population to unlock even more areas. So here's the solution. And just before we dive into that solution, let's have a quick word from our sponsors at NordVPN and see what Hugo is up to. Hugo is heading to the open sea because he's decided to take up fishing. That's fishing with an F, because there is another type of fishing that you want to watch out for. And NordVPN can protect you from many nefarious things on the internet with their new threat protection system, including phishing, malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads. One attack to be aware of is the man-in-the-middle attack. Imagine you log into the Wi-Fi at your local gym or a tea shop and you start sending emails or checking your bank account. But you've not realised that the Wi-Fi you've connected to is actually a nefarious man in the middle, pretending to be the Wi-Fi and scanning all the info that you've been sending. NordVPN will encrypt your data before it's sent, so even if you accidentally connect to a fake Wi-Fi, they will not be able to read your data anyway. Phew! So go to my link at nordvpn.com/Biffa and get a 2-year plan plus 4 months free with a huge discount. There's also a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. To secure your internet too, check out my link at nordvpn.com/Biffa. And yes, you may recognise this city. We are back in Blighty on the Wold. Hooray! Yes, we did a live stream the other day where we went through and we fixed all the hawky-balkiness and all the problems that we were having with the building themes mod, and we've upgraded to District Styles Plus, which is working fantastically. And as you can see, Blighty on the Wold lives. So we need to expand. We need to get, oh man, so many more people into our map. So if we have a look at the targets that we're aiming for, we've got 55-ish population, 55,000 population, 70,000 is the next target. If we go back, yeah, it's 48, 70,000 for Metropolis for another square, and then Megalopolis. When we get to Megalopolis, we will use the 81 tile mod, but we're not there yet. So what is the solution to this problem, I hear you cry? Well, the solution lies in this teeny tiny piece of land over here. We are going to go for a high density residential style of building. So if we just have a look at the height of the buildings in Blighty on the Wold, just sort of take a little scan around with your eyeballs. Everything is sort of the lower style of building. I mean, these are flats. So, you know, you've got 4 different floors on there. But everything else is pretty low down. The only high rises we've got are over here, and that is pretty much how it looks in the UK. There's a few over here where we started as well. Is you will have lots of big areas. Oink, boink, jumpy game. Still got that. Yes, we'll have lots of big areas like this of housing estates that go on for vast distances, terraced houses, housing estates like this with the wiggly roads. But you will also have little clumps of high-rise places like that, and we're going to go for some of these. So if we just have a look at how many houses, people we can fit in here, households is the word I'm looking for. So 70 in these ones, these smaller ones 24, and then when you get down to these teeny tiny ones, that is not a residential place. Here we go. These teeny tiny ones here, you'll get 7 households, that sort of thing, 6 in there. So we want to really get some large blocks and build something out here that fits in with the theme of the British style that we're doing, but also helps us to hit our residential target. So using the Find It mods, I've used some certain words here to see what we've got. So flats, I put in here. If I put an S on the end of that, might narrow it down a little bit. So we've got different blocks of flats that we can use. I've also put in block, and we've got some nice apartments and big buildings. Some of these won't be being used, sort of more European style than British style, but there's a few in here that we can pick out and make use of. Also apartment as well, which is good. And then this one over here, I've just selected this option here, growable, and we've got high density residential eco, and also the wall to wall, just to sort of give us an idea of what there is. Yeah, so we've got some of these larger blocks here. So let's build something nice. So first of all, we need to sort of finish off the area around here. So we've got this sort of the back of these, what are these? Edinburgh row houses that we've got along here. Some of these are going to need some roads here. So let's just see what we can do. That's got a connection here coming in, here coming in. No, that's just a walkway. So one connection there, and then it's got a way to get out that side. I'm just thinking whether we should make this road. If I make this road go all the way through, you know people are going to cut through. So I think we'll leave it like that, and then we'll plan something nice for there. We've got a park, which is good. What's this? We've got a path along the back. Let's continue with this as well. There we go. So that closes that bit off there as well. So I'd like a central area. Oh, autosave. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Yeah, I was thinking of like maybe a park, because we would need to keep some green space if we were going to have a big estate of some description built in here with some parking around it as well. So let's maybe take a look at what some of the parks are that we have. There we go. We have available to us, and pick a nice one that would fit in here. So I'm looking at some of these little props that we've got here by Vilgard. Nicely detailed little climbing frames and paths and things like that, which I really, really like. We've got this one over here as well, which is filled with grass. Don't worry, we can fix that. And I think something like that in the middle of this area would look quite nice, and we could even put it as a pedestrian spot, couldn't we, in the middle here. Let's pause a minute and let's just do some marking out of where we think roughly. I'm going to take this one here. Yeah, so that gives us the center spot here. So if we just put a pedestrian zone just over the top of that, we can sort of change the size of that. It's not going to be necessarily that size. And then on there we can add, let's go into our pedestrian area, we can add some of these nice pedestrian streets and roads and things. So as we're going to be putting all parks all over it, maybe let's try the sandstone ones. Can I upgrade those? Yeah. Got all sorts of lights and things going on there, and then maybe we can sort of build a park up around that. This is on a bit of a slope, this land. We may end up with a couple of terraces along here, but I feel like with all of this, I want it all the same height as this middle spot. That's going to work with the parks, and then we're going to smooth out this central section like so. And like I said, the park might not be this big, but it'll give us some space to play with. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll see what we can come up with around here. Okay, there we go. So my thinking is we've got a little bit of green space here. If you want to kick a football or something, that's fine. We've got some green space in here as well. These lovely little parks. I like the fact when you place these down, they sort of alternate the colour of the items that are in here, which are really good. There we go. So that looks nice. I've got the paths. So these match up really well with the paths. So we've got this circle here, which is actually called Hindle Circle. So that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, and we are going to rename this park here Hindle Park. There we go. Excellent. It hasn't got a service point. I don't think we need one, I'll be honest, because I don't even think we need the pedestrian zone over the top, but I'm going to leave that there so we can name that. None of these items need any goods or anything like that, so I think we're good to go. Oh yeah, slightly easier way. I'm going to add a node on either side using network multi-tool, and then I can just delete that, and then people can get in and out there. Excellent. And there we go. Access in and through to here. No cars will be on here anyway. Right, so let's decide on the buildings that we're going to have around here and what the rest of this is going to look like. I am wondering whether... I have lowered this road down ever so slightly off camera. I'm wondering whether we could just smoothify this all the way to the back and then put a retaining wall in, because to me that would be a fair way of dealing with this. Let's just see what happens. If I take that height there... That'll do. Let's have a look. So along here, not too bad, actually. We could probably lower that down. This is all okay. This ends up being a big ridge, but we could definitely put... I don't know whether we'd need a retaining wall there. We just maybe lower that down. In fact, a retaining wall all the way along this road could actually work quite well. And then this could end up being another way in if it slopes up. Yeah, let's maybe give that a go. What shall we use? What shall we use? Ah, this reminds me, we do have a couple of different retaining walls, and between some of the clips and well, before I started that park, I had a live stream. Oh, here it is. And I did a little bit of work on this intersection. We lowered the whole thing down. If you remember, this used to be flat on the ground, this height, this road going through the middle here, and then all of this was even higher, and the whole thing was just ridiculously high. So on the live stream, we worked on lowering this, and it was a lot of work, I've got to be honest. So even these slip roads along the side here were up in the air, but now they're all nice and flat on the ground, which is great. But we've got these retaining walls that we use down here, which I really like. The brick style on those. This road going through here is nice and flat as well. I like it, I like it. So I think we're going to use that to try and sort of stick with the theme of that is something that works in our build here. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come in here, and we're going to use the parallel road thing. Which way do I go if I want to get it the other side? No, so I'll go from this end. Excellent. It's the height that's incorrect, so let me just heighten this a little bit. So I've selected all those nodes, but I'm going to turn Move It Mod off, because what I want to do is get the height up here that I want it at. So I'm just going to grab this road. I'm just going to draw a piece of that in. There we go. Then go back to the Move It Mod, and these are still selected. Control H, set it to that height. There we go. So that gives you the perfect retaining wall along there, and we can sort of continue this on just a little bit to the end there. I'm wondering whether we could bring that round and bring it along there as well. Let's see what we can do. We've got this path in here, so we're definitely going to have to knock this back a little bit. Let me see what I can do here. And so I get it the same distance. I'm going to use that tool, pop it in there, and then we'll get the height sorted. That's fine, and then we can just join those up. So we get that sort of a curve around the corner. It goes flatter there. I think that's okay. We can do a little bit of decorating and stuff. I think that looks good. I'm liking that a lot. Excellent. And then I'm not quite sure what we'll do down here. Maybe we'll see if we can get this to just go into the land like that. Yeah, why not? There we go. Very cool. Excellent. And then what about this bit over here? I feel like this bit over here, we could possibly just lower these roads down, and it wouldn't really be an issue. Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? That's much better. And then this little bit out here will smoothify, and we'll work on that. This park, it's got a very dangerous big wall up there. Yeah, we'll worry about that when we get to it. Okay, right, now time to actually put some buildings around our park for some people to live in, because we're trying to actually, yeah, get our population up, aren't we? Okay, so I've got a selection of different size flats and blocks here. Some of these, like this one particularly here, I see so many of these in the UK, or very similar to this one. And yeah, different sizes that we can work with. We've got a very posh one along here with all the trees on the top. Maybe something you'd see in a nice area of London or Manchester perhaps. And some of these small ones here. And I'd like to start with these smaller ones here. to go around our park area first of all. So the park doesn't feel too overshadowed. There we go. Blockade. Let's have a look what they're called there. By Sonic Nurse, I think both of these are. Yep, there we go. So let's grab those. And I'm thinking of having those this way round, sort of next to the park area. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Looking onto the park there. And then we can always have some details with like a path coming up through here. Let's have a look. Thinking of something that doesn't look too bad. Liberal Arts Path. That should be okay. We sort of brought that out like that. Yeah, that's all right. And then that can come along the back here around the other side. Just to add, again, a little bit of detail. Yeah, there we go. Something like that we can start building out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that's all lined up. Copy that and place that around the other parks like this. There we go. Yep, I think that's good. Starting to build out the area. And then we're going to want some roads and things to expand out from here. So we've used the roads with the trees in the middle. But I think once we get a little bit further out, and yes, of course, they're going to want some water pipes and stuff. We're going to go perhaps for these suburban ones, these rural village. I think these have got parking built in, so that'll be quite good. And we can just sort of start building out with these and working out where we're going to put our buildings and stuff. So something like that, maybe a little bit further out on this side. So I'm actually deciding to switch this up a bit. So I'm going to go from here. So that is 6U. So if we go out to 12, so another 6U instead, hook that up. Then what we can do is we can take another one of these houses and add them on the other side, which I think will look very good. So I'm going to grab those, copy, there we go, do that. And then we can line those up there, like so. Yeah, and then we can run the paths down the side. Yeah, there we go. And that makes a nice little complex with the garden, with the path connected to the road. Excellent. So let me just repeat that around the other sides. There we go. Looking good, looking good. I'm liking the way this is working out. So now I want to expand out and add some larger high rises. And even though we've got this looking quite sort of set out and in a exact sort of shape that we've got here, as we expand out, I would like to get into the more sort of wiggly roads. I mean, we do have lots of straight terraces in places, but they're not always 100% perfect. You can see the way these don't line up as they go across. That is sometimes the way it goes with the land. So these go and then they go off at an angle. These are straight and are perfectly lined up, but it's not all going to be like that. So what can we do to sort of work with the terrain along here a little bit more perhaps? Let's head out towards this main road here and see what we can do. Okay, so I've lowered the road down a bit. I just actually used set slope mode from there all the way down to here, which has leveled that out nicely. So we could build up against here, but I don't want the flats directly onto this road. I'd like a frontage road coming off of here that's not too big. I'm thinking, again, we'll go for a 1U road. We'll go for this one. Goes in both directions. So I'm going to select that. And then we're going to select the parallel road at all. And again, we're going to go from there all the way down to here. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. And then we'll plus that out a bit. So not too much, but it's set back. Maybe something like that. What do we set back at? 28, 29, 30. Let's do that. Excellent. So we've got a little bit of a space in between. That could then just go straight into here, couldn't it? Oh, I feel like I want it a little bit further along. Yeah, let's do it along here. Okay, all right. Yeah, a little bit better than it was before. I don't know quite what was going on there, but let's just see if we can smarten this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take out of here the traffic lights, just have that as a giveaway. And I think one there, one down here, and then one over here somewhere. In fact, if we have that one there, then I'm going to move this one up a bit. Yeah, it's not necessarily perfectly in the middle, but I think that will be okay. There we go. That is quite a small gap in that junction there, but I'm not necessarily seeing... Oh, jumpy game. Seeing this as the main way into the whole estate. We'll work on that in a bit. I might upgrade like one of these to be larger and come into here. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, do you know what? I changed my mind. I've made it a bigger road. I've moved it further back, and now we've got asymmetrical roads coming in and out of there, because I do feel like this might end up connecting through to here. So let's grab this road here. That's going to connect up there. We're also going to have it connecting there. So these junctions being close together, I don't actually mind. I think that'll be okay. This one, I'm going to keep it straight, but then I want to curve it into there. So if I come out, say, to there, I want to get that into there. That'll be good. So now we're getting away from the original shape being all gridded and square and everything. What length was that? I've still got to try and match up something. Whoa, no, extra roads. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Thank you very much. So if we go 8 on that one and then curve that one in. Yeah, that's okay. So it's similar but not the same. And then we can take both of these and add some blocks into here. For some reason, we've got no zoning on there. So let's get zoning adjuster. If I force zoning on there, but I'm going to take zoning away from this section. Yeah, that should be okay. And then what I think we need is whatever blocks we're going to use are going to be right in the middle here. So I'm just looking at these ones here. You see these all over the UK. And if we go into realistic population and adjust this from US high-rise to European apartments older, we can get 107 households in these, which is amazing. So I'm going to grab that. There we go. Thank you kindly. And we're going to work out some way. Normally you sort of see these in, you know, sections. You might get 3 of them, and then we need some parking around here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this road here, and I'm thinking we might just bring that straight in like this, but then go out there like that. And then if we can fit 3 of these, where is it? There it is. Maybe we can even fit 4, but we definitely need some parking along here as well. 3, yeah, 4 would be just too much. Well, that's okay. Let's grab this one. We're going to move that up to the end there. In fact, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to do it like this, so then it goes exactly where I want it. Yeah, there we go. So we get a little gap in the middle, which is fine. We can add in, we're going to go with this path again. That's going to be sort of a theme for this area. People can get from one side to the other. And then we need a lot of parking. So if we've got all these set up as... So actually, if I change this now, save and apply, that should then do them for all of these. So that's 107. People are moving in, even though... Whoa, 99 moved in. 0 moved in. That was weird. You saw that, didn't you? Figure suddenly shot up. Why don't we just get some water pipes and things in here so these people stop complaining and they can actually start all moving in? That might be a good idea. There we go. That'll do for now. And then for electricity, let's just jump that across from... I mean, we're so close to this little area over here, aren't we? So let's... Yeah, let's do it on the front here. Let's go to there and we'll just come down here to the park. There we go. Everybody happy? Everybody happy? Happy? Yay, we've got power, you're happy. Okay, cool, right. These blocks here, I want to see what we can get in these as well with realistic population. So 13 households at the moment. Again, US high-rise. European modern would be 17, 22 households. What would be realistic with this? So what have we got? So I would imagine you go up the stairs here and you've got flats either side. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 households in each one. Darn it. Which is, so 13, come back in here. What could we get? What's the nearest to 16? Defaults, 22, 17. European apartments, modern. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then that should be the same for all of those. And then do we need to change these ones? 17, they've already changed as well. 17, 17. Yeah, excellent. Okay, that's good. So for the parking, I'd like to go for these. I'm thinking if we could use... Let's use the cracked one and bring that in sort of up here like this. And then we could take one of these larger ones. Oh, I really want to get that just like straight down the back here, but I don't know if it's going to fit in. Oh, yeah, no, it's not, is it? Those roads get a bit close there. All right, let's go for the next size down and see if we can sort of run... Whoops, wrong button. Run that along the road there. Could we, in fact, run 2 of these and then fit it in? If we turn off that, I bet we could. So we go like that. Yeah, and then we could jiggery-pokery these. That's nice. Let's try that again. We'll take those as well. Right up against there. Then we can use this join from there to there. Is that gonna work? Where is it? There to there. Yeah, there we go. So it turns into 2 separately but connected car parks, and then we'll have that one there as well. And then that can just sort of connect to there. How is that looking? That is a little bit close, isn't it? I'm wondering whether we could get this all to work if we got it all set on the same height. Control H to that height. How does that look? To me, that looks fine. That looks fine. How's that all looking down here? A little bit high down here. Okay, let's change the height instead. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Cool, excellent. Right, all right, let's fill that thing in. Okay, there we go. Something like that. I had to adjust it ever so slightly. Let's go for a brush in here of concrete. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So that is now going to be providing parking for all of these, which will be good. I do feel like if I shiftify these up a bit, I could fit another one, but I feel like I just want to leave a little bit of green space and leave that sort of odd design there. I think that works okay. And then over here, we'll do something similar, but not exactly the same. It's not going to be 2 and the 1 over there. So let's grab this road. And maybe instead this time we'll bring it in from over here. So if we sort of go like that. So slightly different. And then if we grab those... Yeah, so maybe that side we will have 4, just to make it a little bit different. And then we'll take this path again. So I'd like this path also to come across here to the car park, and then also to come across there into the park area. Yeah, something like that. And then, of course, we're going to need some parking over here as well. So I'm just wondering whether we do parking a little bit different on this side. Yeah, there we go. So instead we're going for lots of little parking on that side to fill up the space. And then we can detail around that as well. I think that's okay. I do feel like we could fit one more block over here. We've got this space here, but let's go for something different this time. I quite like the look of these red ones over here. Let's grab this one here. So we've got the 2 different styles, which is fine. If we pop that one... So I'm trying to sort of think, you know, it's going to be overlooking those, but the houses here are going sideways, so their view is that way and this way. So I think one of those there would be quite good. And then we've got like the smaller version. If we grab that, could we pop that over here? Not really. Running that space that side. Here alongside the road coming in. Nah, I wanted to leave that. I think that's too close to those ones. So maybe just that for there. Let's have a look. How many we're going to get in there? 86. Okay, let's have a look down the end here. 154. Yeah, we're going to go for that one. Excellent. So we should be getting an absolute ton of people in here. Let us paste our area over the top. What does that cover? Oh, that just does cover this area here. Is that Hindle Park? Oh, it's the same as this one over here. Look, East Kettling. Oh, I didn't realise. Right, let's remove this. And let's get our own district in here. Okay, there we go. Remove the pedestrian zone in there. We've just got a normal district. Hindle Park, it's going to be called. Got any better names? Let me know. But already 2,101 people in here. And the average land value is not too shabby because we've got all these parks in here. But with that many people in there, look, there's even more moving in. Oh my goodness. What has happened to the traffic? What the heck? You know what this is, don't you? It's all the people trying to move in here. Oh my life. 17% traffic. Wow. This is the worst it's ever been. Where are all these people heading? They're all heading that way. Why is that so bad? What are those? That's what my voice sounded like then. Good gravy. I think I just need to let this run for a bit. Try and get some people in and hope it clears, because I'm not touching all of that. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of decorating over here. So I'm thinking I'm going to change the trees out on these flats as well, because they sort of stand out a bit. So we're going to go in here, tree 3 variant. Yep, we can see that all around there. And we're going to go for a regular one of these, medium crown tree. I think that looks a lot smarter. I'm liking that one. Yep, so we will go for that. Excellent, there we go. How's that looking? Very nice, very nice. Yep, liking it, liking it. Very good. So not looking too bad, even if I do say so myself. A lot of concrete, a lot of parking. That's sort of what you would expect with this many households here. But a beautiful park in the middle you can come and visit. And with all these trees, pagodas, all this lovely little parks here for the kiddly-winkies. I think that looks great. And lots of room to expand. We're going to expand all the way around here. But let's just check the land value in here. So yeah, that is pretty high. The highest here and here around the park. Not too shabby down here, but what is a problem is the lack of schools nearby. So elementary school, the nearest one over here is filled. Second nearest is also filled. One over here, which they can't get to. I mean, none of these are connected. That one is nearly filled. High schools, there's one there. That one's rammed. This one's rammed as well. So we do need some services adding in. And I'm thinking maybe over this side would be good. So let's maybe use this little Village Farm Way street that we've got here and pick out a nice looking... Oh, we've got so much choices. Nice looking elementary and high school. Elementary. If you do it from the Find It mod over here, you get this little pop-up, which I believe is in the settings. You can put the count on here somewhere. Show asset creator, search tabs, light color asset. Show the number. There we go, the very last one. So we can pick one that we haven't used before, which will be quite good. If we turn this off, we can then see what they look like as well. That looks really cool with the green roofs and stuff, doesn't it? Really funky. Yeah, let's go with that one. Why not? Let's pop that one in. Oh, how many students is that going to let us have? 266. Oh, that is far too low. 208. I want one that's got a nice big 177. What's that? Oh, that's... there we go. Oh, that's a bit boring looking, that one, isn't it? 294. Oh, that one's cool. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. I like that one. These are the Canadian schools. If you look them up, there's a Canadian school pack. Oh man, look at that. It's a cool little playground in the quadrangle at the back. Excellent. And then we can do the same for a high school, which is going to be this one here. 638 capacity. I like that. The doors going up at the front. Little eating area in the middle. Oh, these are fantastic assets. Let's just continue this road down the side there. Oh yeah, it's bending because of this wall there. That's good. So that's going to help. Then also other services as well. We're really going to have to pop some of these down around here as well, aren't we? There we go. A UK's doctor's surgery. Fantastic. And next to that, we'll pop a child healthcare building as well. Excellent. And we mustn't forget an elder care building. There we go. That sort of fits in there, doesn't it? Very nice, very nice. And next to our school complex, we will add a sports hall and gymnasium as well, which will help with the land value, but will be perfect in here with our school buildings. Look at that. Very cool. And finally, a UK fire station, which we desperately need in this area. And then do we have a UK, just a small little police, what's this one here? Local police station. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. They'll be good. So we're just sort of plopping these things in at the moment to really get the land value up, encourage more people to move in. But I think we're going to do a super job decorating this all up on a future live stream. So be sure to subscribe and look out for that. Let me know what you think about our build here. And what are we at? 55,000. It is rising. This was just over 3,000 before. So this is also rising. By the way, traffic sorted itself out. We're back to 80%, which is cool beans. I'm just wondering what this is going to get to. So I'm just going to leave this to run for a minute or two. Well, by the end of that session, Hindle Park got up to nearly 4,000 residents and there's space for more expansion to go. So be sure to be back here soon for the next episode of Blighty on the Wold. Biffalo County is going to follow up soon. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.